Peace, vigilant owls. Long time no see. At least it feels like it. I don't know. I've been doing one-on-ones, but not really talking to the collective. Um, well, going forward, my readings are going to be completely owl collective based because I've been doing more one-on-ones because my spirit team has been cutting me off from tapping into the spiritual collective as a whole. And recently I've been able to tap back into it, and I see why I wasn't able to read, because that was a form of protection for me, because there's all types of chaos out there now. And not the fun study, like literally a ball of madness, tapping into the collective quote unquote oneness at certain frequencies, let's say it like that. So I'm just going to be focusing on my collective and the neighboring frequencies that resonate with the message, that want to kind of coexist with the owl collective. Like there's an angel collective that I've been conversing with. There's like a satanic collective, different kinds of collectives, not in the form of like kind of cult energy, just more of like different groups of individuals that have different missions and purposes, kind of talking and coexisting and harmonizing, but away from the mainstream of spirituality, because it's a bomb went off. I don't know what happened. Anyway. Is YouTube allowed to say that? No, I don't know. Anyway, long story short, it's like a metaphoric hellscape when you tap into like the collective. So yeah. So that's what I'm going to be doing going forward. So moving on. My spells, readings, and everything in between that's going to be coming down the pipeline. There is a flat fee of $25, and that includes everything I offer, from tarot to a consultation to if you need spell work, if you need channeling, if you need to do a ritual on your end, it's $25. If you mess up that stream and I have to go back in and fix it, your second chance is $50. After that, you have to find someone else. I'm not going to help you with the same issue after I helped you twice. Now, if it's another issue, that's fine. Individual prices are still the same and available, but as a $25 package, I am including everything with a second chance for various things. It's not anything specific. This is more of like if you need multiple things, like because it's more of like to help me not have to sit here and charge you for one reading that's $35, and then in a reading I find out that your spirit team needs to do a bath, so that's another $20. I don't want to do that because it feels scammy and I don't got time for that. I don't want to deal with all that. $25 for everything. You mess up, $50, and then I'm not helping you with the same issue again. You need to find someone else. Heck, I'll even recommend you to the inner owl network that I will announce later on. But I'll recommend you to another practitioner that I feel would be more capable to help you, because usually first time's the charm when you come to me. That's not bragging. That's what happens. I haven't had a client who I haven't worked with once, and then they had to come back again because of the same issue. You know what I mean? So yeah. TikTok. I have been on TikTok more, really building a community over there. So I'm going to be doing lives on TikTok randomly, but I'll announce them like 24 to 48 hours in advance. just keeping you in your notifications, or just like check over here every once in a while, or my other social medias. I don't really post on Instagram like that. That's more of like if you don't have any other social media, you need to message me for work and readings and things like that. Facebook Messenger, and everything will be in the description box. Patreon is going to be changing because I've been doing more workshops. I've recently did a deity workshop. If you want to check that out, that's going to be in the Patreon link down below in the link tree. Go to Patreon and then hit that for that. And so I'm going to be using Patreon to really talk more in depth about different aspects of spirituality from deity work. Right now I'm working on the Love Magica class, not just to teach about Love Magica, but the entire backstory of it. Just various topics just that will relate to shadow work. Like in the deity workshop, I talked about how using deity work and self-deification to advance your shadow work beyond journaling and your affirmations, subconscious programming, all that stuff. Really the mindset behind it, and other workshops and various things. And those are only like $5 workshops, because those are just topics I really want to like just add my own little thing to. Kind of fill in the blanks, if that makes sense. Bridge the gaps that a lot of people don't like to add when talking about certain workings. They kind of just let you to figure it out for yourself and then pay them when you mess up. For TikTok lives, those are where you can get donation-based readings from me, spell work, or any rituals or questions you have regarding your practice, or anything spiritual in general regarding shadow work specifically, or inner child healing. Barter, and the barter system I have is really only for spirituals and other practitioners, mainly because I want to grow the owl network I'm having for the Owl Collective. But again, that's going to be more for when I announce that in the Owl Facebook group. Yeah. And those are the announcements I wanted to do before I got to this reading. 8 minutes? Okay, not too bad. How long I got? Ooh, 7 minutes. All right. I'm not going to try and make this long-winded. I've been doing a lot of updates on, and if you haven't joined for the Owl Collective Sigil, I suggest you get on the Facebook or look on TikTok, where I posted the owl altar I have for the collective. What else? But yeah. So I've been doing basically updates on the shadow work waves that have been hitting the collective, not just the main collective, but the Owl Collective too, where a couple of owls have been flying to me because they've been having kind of a disconnect between the mental and the emotional realm. Like, you know that there's not a big deal, but for some reason there's alarms going off in your head, and it's going beyond like the simple anxieties. Almost like someone hacked your system, or attempted to hack your system. That's the vibe. So I've been like tapping in and doing readings on how to mentally prepare and ground yourself when those scenarios happen, because of all of the yeah, let's call them waves, because of all the waves that have been coming down. That have been all of the shifts and the waves. Shifts and waves are different. I have my vampire fairies because of all of the vampiric energy that's been circling around, and the best way, honestly, I hate using the word because of how much is, but like that narcissistic spirit has been just like filling the air, especially with summer. It's been ridiculous. And I understand like the Leo energy is very prevalent right now, but oh my gosh. With the Scorpio in full moon that is coming tomorrow or tonight. I want to say it's tonight. I usually schedule mine for around the day before then. So what I'm pulling for, so how you can look at this reading is I'm pulling for where you need to focus at, and where specifically where in your chakra system, or specifically where in your body, or what aspect of you is going to be affected the most in this next wave that's going to hit you, so that you can be prepared for it. And it's going to come in different scenarios. Sometimes it's not even going to be on the physical level to where it's going to be in that scenario of like work or school. Sometimes it could just be a certain thing that triggers another realization for you that you just need to prepare for, so that you don't end up kind of spiraling. Because sometimes when you get certain channelings, they kind of cause a mental breakdown. Let's be honest, they do. So that's why sacrifice, seduction, what's that? Resurrection. Of course, the season where you're going to be challenged to balance both sides of the of your Gemini. That's nice. Yeah, emotions. Ooh. Describe. Death and rebirth. Seven of air, which would be 7 of swords, and the scribe would be what? That's 12. Okay. There's going to be some aspects of you that's going to be stripped away in order to master the dark divine feminine specifically, because the lessons, if you've been feeling like darker energies or spirits just been like surrounding you, it's because that's spirit's way of sitting here and telling you you need to master these darker energies and aspects about you. You can't just acknowledge them, heal them, and then shy away from them. You generally need to learn how to use them, because that's the aspect of balancing your duality and polarity. You need to change the perception of how you view it as do 10 minutes. You need to change how you view okay, not how you view. That's not the right words. Accepting that parts, that being, that balancing out your divine dark feminine, and this is whatever you are. Inner so that the outer can be expressed properly. The reason why you feel as though you're constantly either hitting a wall, or you're constantly hitting a lesson, or you're constantly feeling as though your work or your I don't want to say journey, the current level you're at, it always feels like you're never leveling up, because you're purposely not accepting that there is an aspect of yourself that you're not accepting. They keep saying acknowledging it is not enough. Acknowledging it is not enough. You need to integrate it, and you're resisting the integration. Hence why every aspect that is shed from you feels like a sacrifice, because you're not understanding that it's just the integration. It's not really a shedding. It's more of like an integration to where you don't have to. It's like deity work, for example. Popular one. Let's say Loki. Yeah, let's say Loki. You don't have to call on Loki specifically, because you are Loki. Loki is an energy. You're energy. You possess the same thing Loki possessed, just y'all have a different name and and live on a different plane of existence. Eventually, your journey with Loki, with building an altar, reading about him, possibly getting some physical experiences, eventually you're gonna move on from needing to talk and call on Loki, because eventually you will become Loki on some. You accept that aspect of you being Loki, so you don't have to call on them like that unless you want to. Yeah, I'm hearing playing with the big boys now. It's more of like you do not want it. It's like consciously you want to level up, but subconsciously you're attempting to do the work, but unconsciously you don't want to. It's almost like you do not want to take the responsibility you almost like signed up for. And starting to feel a bit more of like a inner teen issue more than an inner child issue, because when you're a child you don't have really a sense of danger. It's really when you're in that inner teen era, that teenage era, where you start to get some idea of like the dangers of the world. It's almost like your inner teen doesn't want to, because it feels as though they're not ready. They don't know how. They don't know where to start. That doesn't matter, is what your team is saying. It's almost like the final step for you is just literally just trusting yourself. Let me pull one more. Let me pull one more advice. And then I'm out. Ooh. What is this one? This water. It's just something you literally just have to move through. I'm sorry. That's literally it. Some aspects of this work, some aspects of growing is the painful parts of growth that you just have to endure. And it feels like this is just a moment of endurance. And I know that it's not the happy-go-lucky, love light thing to say. And I am sorry, I never said I was one. Specifically, look at this dragon. Hope you can see it. Can you see it? There we go. Look how he's cultivating that flame. I'm sure that flame is hot, but it's enduring it because it knows at the end of it of what's beautiful, what's going to be very beautiful at the end of it. Look at that. So you're going to have to endure. Oh, okay, I see. I see what's going on. This is what you're going to be dealing with while there's chaos outside, because my last reading was about how your team is going to be having you hyper focus and tunnel visioning, and you're not going to understand why. This is why. They're going to be having you focus on inner teen work, balancing out your inner divine dark feminine first before hitting masculine, whether you're in this energy or not right now, or feeling as though you're approaching it. That's where you're gonna be at while there's chaos outside, to keep you in your energetic peace and bubble. Because a lot of people have been complaining how being peaceful is boring, and then being tempted to invite chaos back in your life. Spirit is telling the, I don't like using the word chosen, but a few people accept that trigger word in their subconscious. Spirit is telling the chosen one. Spirit's telling Starseed. Spirit's telling everyone that is connected to Spirit Source and whatever you believe is the higher power that generates this earthly plane. The ones that are connected and generally here for a mission, purpose, and to get shit going, whether that's to leave or clean up the plane, whatever reason you're here. I'm not objecting to either. I don't have an opinion on it. I'm just giving you what the cards are saying. And Spirit, y'all are getting put on homework and kind of like a house arrest. But the energy is more of like in a witness protection type of way. A witness protection / like a helicopter parent, but not in an extreme sense. More of like, I see the danger. You're not in the space to understand the danger. So we're just going to put you in a bunch of activities for the summer. We're just going to get you into some hobbies. We're going to send you to camp, a fun space camp. You're going to be protected. You just need to be able to do your homework and assignments along the way. I'm not saying don't pay attention what's going outside, but don't be tempted because you finished your homework early, okay? All right. Well, that's all I got for you, owls. I hope that helped. I hope the owls that needed it, I hope it helped prepare their wings. And I will see y'all later. And I'm glad to be back.